Hi, in this video I'm going to be showing you some strategies for using BryanConnect throughout the course of your module. And we'll start off by talking about the beginning of the mod, and then we can get into what you'll want to do on a weekly basis using BryanConnect. So let's go ahead and get started. At the beginning of your module, the first thing you'll want to think about is Google Voice and how you're going to be contacting your students. So we have all of the students' informations here in including a phone number and probably a mobile number. And as I've said, the phone number may turn out to actually be a mobile number, and we just haven't verified that yet. At the beginning of your mod, you may want to go through and add your students as contacts in your Google Voice account. And in the Google Voice video, we'll show you how to do that. If you do that, what that's going to allow is when you need to contact a student and you click on your Google Voice icon in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you'll be able to just start typing that student's name and be able to contact them without copying and pasting the phone number over. Alternatively, you can just plan to do that, just copy and paste the number throughout the course of the module, but it may end up taking you more time than just spending a little bit of time in adding those students at the beginning of the mod. Other than this, at the beginning of your module, you will want to get a little bit of information about those students and look over GPA, number of fails, whether or not they failed this class, to just get a sense of what you may be able to expect from those students, although we don't want to jump to too many conclusions about what a student is going to do starting a new mod. After this, on a weekly basis, you're going to want to remember Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Those are going to be your big contact days for students. So let's say it's the beginning of week 3. What I'll want to do on Monday is look back to week 2 and do some reactive contacts with students. So if I look at the first student on my list and see that some of the assignments are missing in a couple of different categories, then I'm definitely going to want to contact that student. So for that first student on my list, I will want to send out a contact, letting them know what they have missing, and letting them know that they can meet with me, and essentially trying to start a conversation with that student. You want to phrase it in such a way that they'll feel like they ought to respond. That way you at least get verification that they've gotten it. And it would be best to make sure that they also know that they can get a hold of you, and if they have questions about it, get assistance. On Tuesday, I'm also going to want to be reactive. I'm going to want to look back at what students have gotten their work in following that first set of contacts on Monday. And any students that still have outstanding work, I'll want to get in touch with them one more time as a reminder to see if we can get more of that work turned in. Then when Friday comes around, Friday is going to be more of a proactive day. I can look back at what's happened so far in week 3, and say a student has some of the discussion questions still not in, and I haven't seen any other work that's submitted early, I can reach out to that student and give them a reminder of the due dates of the work that's going to be turned in. So this will give you a chance to not only follow up with students who've missed something, but also make sure that students don't start falling behind just because they forget about some due dates. At the end of the week, you can keep track of whether or not you're reaching out to these students in the column that says at risk plan. We'll want to reach out definitely to any students that we've marked as yes for at risk. And then you can leave yourself a comment right here in the at risk plan box, or alternatively you could leave that information in the student's actual name, where you can keep a running notes about that student throughout the course of the module. And then since it's week 3, that's the middle of the mod, I'll also have a midterm fail column. And this actually eliminates the need to submit a different midterm fail report. I can just look back over that student's work and the grades that they've gotten in their assignments, and mark the students who are midterm fails right here, and the registrar will have access to that. The only difference from this model that I've just described for a normal week is when you get to week 5, where you will want your reactive responses to actually happen on Thursday, because Friday is when the final assignments are going to need to be submitted. So you will want to pull your final contact attempts forward just a little bit to make sure that you get those to the students before their due date comes due. So those are some strategies for using BryanConnect throughout the course of your module. In the next video, we're going to look at how you can use Google Voice to improve your student contacts and also speed up the process of getting in touch with students.